You may put it wherever you like. It is your room to organize.
I'm sure it is.
You're gonna buy it, or you're
All right. So how many of you like peppers? You like a medium, hot, mild?
hot?
Hot's good.
Extra hot.
I like all of them. So today I'm going to show you how to pick one of your own peppers. First, I want to start off with the different types of peppers that I grow in my backyard. These are all organic. We start with the chili pepper. It's a mild pepper, normally used for like quesadillas or something like that. I grow a couple of these plants. They produce about 15 to 20 per plant. The serrano peppers are a medium spiced pepper. They're very small. You can grow about 150 to 200 at a time on one plant. Then we get to the jalapeno peppers. These are my favorite peppers. Quite spicy, medium to hot. They grow in large quantity as well. And the jalapeno peppers just melt your face off. You take a bite out of that and you got to drink a whole carton of milk. And yeah, you grow all these in my backyard. So these are the ones that I use in my pickling process. Next thing I want to go over is the ingredients for my concoction that I made. First, you're going to need the white vinegar. And if you learn anything from this whole lecture, I want you to really acknowledge this. There's a difference between dill and non-dill vinegar, and it can totally change the outcome of the pickling process. If you have non-dill, like I used the first time I did this, it will make your peppers very mushy. I don't know if you like them like that, but I don't really like them like that. So I was a little bit disappointed when I first did it, but they still taste really good. The dill vinegar basically makes it so you have a nice crunch and crisp bite into them. So you're going to need 3/4 cup of vinegar, 1/4 cup of water, and it's important to remember that you're going to want to double the amount of vinegar per water because there's a certain amount of acid that you need per container to prevent any bacteria from growing into the container. Next thing you need is 1/2 teaspoons of salt. You put your peppers in, whichever ones you like, and it's important to remember to fill it all the way to the top to prevent any air from making pockets in the solution. And then you can get your garlic 3 to 4 or 15 if you like my crazy grandma. She's Italian, so they love garlic a lot. I normally just put 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. And that's the solution. You can do this however you want. This is the way I do it, but you can create your own. Next thing, I'm going to go over the items that you're going to need for this process. You're going to need a small pot. In this small pot, you're going to have the vinegar, the water, and the salt solution. And you're going to boil that for about 10 minutes. You're going to let that sit, and then we're going to go into a large pot. In this large pot, you will fill about 3/4 of the weight of water. And the reason you do that is because these mason jars here. The importance of these mason jars are they have a pop cap that under pressure will actually close down and make it airtight. That's why I use these mason jars. So you're going to basically put these mason jars, unscrew the lid, place them in the large pot that's boiling for about 10 minutes. And then this whole process is very quick. And you notice I told you that the small pot solution is boiling for about 10 minutes. Well, you're also going to have the large pot boiling for about 10 minutes. So you got to do everything almost at the same time. The next you're going to need, it's going to be really useful to your best friend, jar tongs. They're really cool because you can use them with one hand to make it really easy to grip the mason jars, put them in and out of hot boiling water so you don't break your hand. They have a rubber end to them to make it easy to grasp onto the jars. And yeah, so those run about $10. They're not that expensive. So basically what you can do is after the 10 minutes of boiling with the mason jar, you're going to take it out. And you're going to place your garlic inside the mason jar on the bottom, however many you like, 3, 4, 15. And then you're going to put in your peppers. Now you can put a variety of peppers in, but I normally just put a single kind of pepper just to keep a natural flavor. But you can mix and match to try to alter the flavor if you like. Then you're going to put your small pot solution of vinegar, water, and salt in there. Fill it all the way to the top. So you don't want any air pockets around. That will create bacteria or just slows down the process of which you can store it. Then you're going to put the lid on. Make sure you have like an oven mitt so you don't burn your hand because the lid will also be hot. And like I said before, these mason jars are really cool because they have that mechanism, the pop cap. So what you're going to do next is you're going to take this mason jar, you're going to get the jar tongs, put it right back in the large pot, and let this boil for about 10 minutes. This will create a natural pressure for it to compress down, and you'll hear a little pop sound, and it'll indicate that you're ready for storage. So after that 10 minutes is up, you go ahead and get your jar tongs again, take it out, put it away somewhere that it can cool down for a couple of minutes or to an hour. I normally put it on a wood board just so I don't crack my granite countertop or anything. It just makes it easier. And then you just let it sit there for a little bit, and then once it's cooled down, you can move to where you like. And you want to store these for about 3 to 4 weeks so they can really ferment and get all the natural flavors from the garlic and the vinegar solution. You can keep it longer. It just depends on if you're craving them or not. But yeah, so you can pretty much do any kind of peppers. And you can also do this with vegetables. It's not just peppers. You can do this with like carrots or anything like that. But I'm mainly just going over peppers today, so it's kind of the same process. And yeah, I have made at least probably 25 jars since 3 weeks ago doing this, so I'm pretty good at it. If you have any questions, just ask me. But I definitely suggest you use the dill vinegar if you like it crispy, because, like I said, that was the first mistake that I did. And yeah, so after that 3 or 4 weeks, depending on the size of your jar, you need to go up to like about 3 months just to see how long it ferments in there. You're going to take those out, slap them on a hamburger, quesadilla, whatever you like to do, and enjoy it. And it's pretty cool. I like doing it. It's kind of a hobby for me and my dad. I learned it from my father. He teaches me all this kind of stuff. And yeah, so in conclusion, I hope that you enjoyed learning the process of how to pickle peppers. And I encourage you to try it someday if you're on. And it's really fun, and I enjoy it. Thank you.
Yeah, you do. Then why are you asking?
No, I know. I really don't.
You can eat it. Yeah, you do, or else you wouldn't have asked.
It's really long.
Just don't ask me again.
All right, Shane, the audience survey at the beginning, it's okay. It's not as interesting as it could be, but it works. The goal is set up pretty effectively. I'm not sure that this is going to work well for a short speech because it does seem like there are a number of procedures that you're trying to remind us of. One of the things that I think you might want to do is on your visuals, instead of just showing all the items that are used, you might also want to have labels for the steps that we're going through. Not quite like a recipe, but definitely like a set of directions so that we keep in mind the steps that you're talking about and remember the order in which we're supposed to do them. That would also give you something a little bit more interesting to use as a transition point than the phrase and then, and then, and then, which is the way you move from one idea to the next. Then it sounds really uninteresting when you do something like that. So you want to be a little bit more original. I like the start at the beginning where you're talking about how you like the peppers and your crazy grandmother likes the garlic and then that sort of thing. And I like at the end when you're talking about how you learned this from your father. I think that's good. We need some stuff in the middle to make all the technical stuff interesting. Otherwise, it's just like reading recipes, which is not a very interesting speech. A recipe can be delicious to eat, and watching somebody fix it if they've got